broken by addiction, broken by despair, broken by racism. I represent broken people. And then I realize that I work in a broken system. The people with power are unwilling to get proximate. They're unwilling to change narratives. They're locked into narratives of fear and anger. They've lost their hope. They won't do uncomfortable things. And in that moment, I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. Too much. Too uncomfortable. And I sat down and something told me, you better think about why you do what you do. And in that moment of agony, I was sitting there thinking about why I do what I do. And all of a sudden, I had this realization that shocked me. That was the night when I realized why I do what I do. And when I realized, I couldn't imagine. It just shocked me. That was the night when I realized that I don't do what I do because I've been trained as a lawyer. I don't do what I do because I have this Harvard law degree. I don't do what I do because if I don't do it, no one will. I don't do what I do because it's important. I don't even do what I do because it's about human rights and justice and social justice. What I realized that night that I never realized before is that I do what I do because I'm broken too. And the truth is that when you try to change narratives, when you stand with the poor and the condemned, when you're required to be hopeful, when you have to do uncomfortable things, there will be moments when you feel overwhelmed. You will be pushed, you will be cut, there will be tears, there will be times when you feel like you're carrying the whole world on your shoulder. But tonight I can tell you something about what it means to be broken. It's actually the broken among us that are going to teach us how we create justice in America. It's the broken that have the ability to see the power. Teach this world and this nation how mercy can heal. It's the broken that can see the power of redemption. It's the broken that can actually teach us the way justice is supposed to work. It's the broken that can understand the power of what it means to be human. And tonight, I know I can't stop because I'm part of this community of people who have this vision that is calling me toward justice. And the beautiful thing that I can share with you is that you don't have to be the most talented and gifted artist. You don't have to be the best sculptor. You don't have to be the best photographer. You may not have the skills of some of the people who've gotten on this stage. You may not have all of the answers, but if you have a heart and a mind and a willingness to change narratives, if you've got some hope, if you'll do some uncomfortable things, you will contribute to the justice quotient that we are trying to create in this country. I believe really simple things. I believe it to my heart. That's why I represent the clients I represent. I believe that each of us is more than the worst thing we've ever done. That's why I represent people in jails and prisons. I believe if somebody tells a lie, they're not just a liar. I think even if you kill somebody, you're not just a killer. And that justice requires that we know the other things you are before we judge you. I believe that in our country, the opposite of poverty isn't wealth. I think we talk too much about money. I am persuaded that in this country, the opposite of poverty isn't wealth. I believe the opposite of poverty is justice. And when we do justice, we create the conditions that allow us to create a more just society. And finally, I believe that contrary to what some folks may say, we will not be able to evaluate how just we are. We will not be able to evaluate